The internet. In every dark corner you look, you'll find the same thing. Trolls, willing to whip any poor sap into a boiling rage quicker than you can tap your spacebar. Each one of them is faceless as the next, each eager to recede into the shadows before the blinding light of day reveals their identity. Until now, meet Meek Phil.
Get some more furniture.
How do Lions fans get the front row like
I'm done. I'm gonna take a break.
Stay.
I need 5 minutes.
If anyone
can ever take it, he can't take it.
you gotta let me talk.
Gotta let me talk.
All right, I'm good.
All right, I'm getting out of here. I'm
too old.
I can't handle him. Meek Phil is dominating me. Bye-bye.
A real-life troll walking amongst civilians with danger bubbling just beneath the surface.
You are the Twitter trolls that come after every single one of us, and you just live amongst us.
So all of Pick Central is going out to dinner. Rico says no Meek Phil, and I asked what's wrong with Meek Phil. He says he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's a horrible person. He doesn't want him there.
I hope that you're, like, proud of that's, like, your existence. Everyone here fucking hates you. Everyone here fucking hates you. So keep smiling, keep nodding. That's your life, bud.
Bud. What's up, Bosco?
What's up?
Why aren't you on the bus?
Phil, like, are you fucking, like, are you dead serious right now, Phil?
A master puppeteer, ready to rage bait any unsuspecting rube who crosses his path. We've seen him work online, but now, for the first time ever, the troll will crawl out from underneath the bridge and confront all of his victims face to face.
You're always an asshole when you wear that hat, so you must be on one today.
I think we should be respectful, though. This is a interview debate. I think we should just take off our hats and be respectful.
Sounds good.
God damn that hairline. Have you ever thought about just going full bald?
No.
You've never thought maybe I look better bald, maybe I should just let it go?
No. Did you ever think about moving out of your mom's or no?
Yeah, it's a thought.
Oh, that's good
It's
though.
a thought.
That's a good process.
I have good thoughts. Yeah.
That's a good process though.
It's good process thoughts.
That's good.
Have you ever thought about going back to Turkey or?
I never went to Turkey.
Oh. Well, no,
Yeah.
leave your hat off. I mean, well, I think we should be respectful.
No,
You shouldn't wear hats in buildings. Some people think that's disrespectful.
I thought you were going to do better than the hair. The hair, I don't care anymore. I'm married.
That was a neat feeling, Pat.
Good.
So do you ever feel like kind of a pussy? You tore your ACL at age 45, so you're just too washed to play basketball?
Can you say that again? I need you to project when you speak to me, please. You speak,
you
you have a
are-
very estrogenic term. You have
You
very,
are
very
45 years old and you're a pussy that tore your ACL.
First of all, I'm not 45. I'm 36.
Well, close enough. I rounded up.
If you round up, wouldn't it be 40, not 36?
No.
It wouldn't.
By my rounding estimates, it goes up to 46.
And do you typically just make up your own rules for things?
Correct.
And you kind of live in your own world?
Correct.
And you just kind of, it's Meek's world. We're just living in it. Rules don't apply.
Correct.
Got it. Cool. So just setting things up, no matter what I say, it's not going to matter because it's all your...
Absolutely, because in my world, I always win and I never
Cool.
lose.
Oh.
So why is the blog falling off? Have you taken any leadership over that?
So yeah, the blog's interesting where, a lot of people, Dave, Big Cat, PFT, Nick KB, get their start writing on the blog and then, develop their personality through it, develop a fan base through it, and then move on to bigger and better things.
Mm-hmm.
So the blog is more of like a jumping off point where like new employees, new content people can get their start before they move on to something new.
Do you take any blame for that, or do you just want to throw it on everyone else?
Blame in the good way, meaning I help curate
Okay.
the personalities and then help them move on to the next step of their career. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just wish the blog numbers were a little bit better. And
Oh, I didn't know you had access to them.
I do. I see them all the time.
I mean, you don't.
You're 46 years old, correct?
I am, yes, it's true.
And
It's
you've
true.
never seen the Jets make a Super Bowl in your life.
You're 28 years old and you've never seen a lease.
Correct.
So we each have our own things that we've
But
never
I
seen.
think is I have time on my side. You don't.
I don't.
Do you ever start thinking that you're going to be 80 years old and you've never seen the Jets in a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's a thought in your head?
Of course it is. It's horrible.
When did that first thought in your head start to pop in where it's maybe I'm never going to see this team win?
Halfway through this recent horrible stretch, turning 40 was oh, fuck.
That was your 40 midlife crisis.
I know it was a crisis. It was
midlife
more
crisis
just
was, I'm not going to see the Jets win a Super Bowl.
it's when it became like a real like, fuck, the team's going nowhere.
Mhm.
I'm 40. Half my life is gone, and there's no bright future. Yeah, of course that worry
Does
starts to
it
creep
bother
in.
you that I've seen Super Bowls and you haven't? That I've seen the pinnacle of sports?
It would bother me more if you had ever seen a vagina.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I just can't get over how old you are, and I just make all the old jokes. Why do you just like hate being called old? Like, you've lived a good
Because
life.
you talk about it all the time. I don't hate it. I am old. That's fine. I'm aware of who I am. It's your constant go-to.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy go-to.
I agree. You're a bright young man like you should be able to find different things to do.
I mean,
you spend your entire life in an attic with no sunlight.
That seems healthier.
I've seen you like run around. You're in horrible shape.
I'm better shape than you. I beat you in basketball.
I'm 46.
Exactly. So
I don't think. But
when I'm 46, I'm gonna be in better shape than you.
Let's go for a run right now. We'll see who runs out of gas first. The fact is,
I am more than fine to do that.
You think
you'd run around the office? I definitely could be you in a race right now.
Let's run.
Let's run. I can run around the block. We're gonna take the cameras with us.
This is gonna be bad for you, I think. No.
Why'd Jackson Dart unfollow you on Instagram?
So I tried to save myself by getting, after we didn't make the giant shirts for Camp Scadaboo in time, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Jackson Dart follows me on Instagram. Like, I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to get those shirts to Jackson Dart. And I was like, hey, Jackson, we made up some shirts, you and Cam. If, send him the facility or something. And he read it and didn't respond. And then I don't know when he unfollowed me, but about a month or two later, I noticed that he did.
He unfollowed you, but he still follows Marty, still follows Glenny.
Correct.
All the Barstool. You think he should just follow everyone at Barstool other than you? Do you feel hurt in a way that your
Does he follow you?
No.
No, I don't think he follows everyone at Barstool.
Do you feel hurt in a way that your quarterback just unfollowed you? Like,
I would rather him still follow me, but it's not like he followed me, Marty, and Glenny. We actually had a big plan one day. I forget who followed him first, but he was on his phone and he followed him back. And then the other two of us said, now's our time. Let's go follow him. And he followed both of us back. It was pathetic.
It is kind of pathetic. I mean, also, if he's a really good player, he's a quarterback, he parties with Glenny and Marty, you're just left out. I think you would feel some type of way, like if he's had a great career and you're just a guy he doesn't care about, while other friends basking in success.
He'll care about you.
I mean, I don't really care about that. I don't really care about athlete relationships.
Yeah, I don't really care that much either. I wish he still
like
followed me.
Do you see yourself turning a corner in 2026, getting back to like normal human standards?
I think I'm pretty normal. I think if you poll people, I'm probably more normal than
because you only hang out with mute when you live in the upside down. You're like, this is normal. You haven't seen the real world.
I think I'm more normal than you. I don't make burner accounts.
It's a misconception with that.
It's not a misconception.
I didn't make a burner account. I went to a burner account, but we're not going down that path.
Well, so someone made a burner account for you.
No, they already had it. It's a whole. We don't.
But
look
like
back.
you use burner accounts. I don't use burner accounts.
We're looking forward. We're looking forward.
If we're looking forward, I don't understand. How are we looking forward?
We're looking forward.
Are you friends with Joey Yanks, or is that just you?
I don't even know who that is.
I mean, you follow him.
I don't even know who that is.
You follow Joey Yanks. He's a big Johnny's guy. How are you friends with him?
I like to get the updates. If the Johnnies win the game, I see what's going on. So,
do you ever troll Joey Yanks?
No. Are you going to get back to being a functioning human?
I think I'm a functioning human.
Right. We're just in an impasse. Like,
I'm a more normal person than you.
Is this how long can you last? Because I've never. It's just this is what it is.
I've never assaulted a coworker. I've never made a burner account going after coworkers. I've only helped coworkers.
I disagree with that.
I've only helped.
You're trying to make as many people as you can look like an asshole in the worst sense possible.
I make people look good all the time.
And then when the heat's on you. And it's like, you break a phone, you lose your mind. So that's always
Clemmer just makes anybody
do
mad.
as I say, not as I do.
Clemmer
those
also
are the
wasn't
worst kind of
helping me.
people.
Clemmer also wasn't helping me that day. And guess what? That outrage, we went viral. And you apparently don't like going viral when it goes against you. That's why you didn't like the numbers that Viva gave you and you didn't want those to count towards your contract.
I didn't say that.
You got no money for making Saturdays for the boys?
No, I got a t-shirt bonus.
How much was that?
The t-shirt bonus was $5,000. But I think if I remember correctly, they gave me $10,000. They really hooked me up.
How much do you think like you ended up costing yourself by not like doing that?
By not doing like the t-shirt deal?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it was even an option for me at the time.
Oh, so you don't feel like you lost like out on millions in a way? Or do you think there's a world where it's like you could be a millionaire right now off that one idea?
No.
And you cost yourself? Like
I honestly don't think so. I don't.
There's not a world?
There's not a world.
How do you feel about your new shows so far?
Thanks for asking, Meek. So far, So far, they're going well. It's only been 2 episodes, or only 1 episode so far.
And it's like good. Like it's not
I think
like shit.
so. I'm having fun. I'm working. I'm trying. I don't know if I'm doing good yet, but we're working on
It's
it.
all a matter of trying.
Yeah.
Correct.
3, 2, 1, go. Racing around the block. How far behind is Clemmer?
He's in the dust. Turned him into dust.
Did he fall or not?
No.
There he is. Congratulations. Good job. He's running gas. I thought he would.
I mean, it was a normal race.
Confused. I don't understand.
What?
So you before you puked on camera a bunch of times from running. This time you had 100% gas.
Because those races are extremely long. This is around the block.
All right.
Even you're the one side of gas.
True. No, I'm giving you credit.
Thank you. You should be giving me credit.
It's just in.
So I've not beaten you in a race.
True.
In a basketball game as a player.
True.
As a coach.
True.
And as a fan.
I don't give you the fan one.
Well, I did beat you 4-2.
Yeah, but you have one. You got to win a ring first.
4-2 though. So how do you feel that the Indiana Pacers hit their peak last season? You'll never get closer to a finals.
That's not true. They have a very young core that they're going to move forward with. They're probably going to get a top 3 draft pick this season.
What if they get fucked in a lottery? Why are you just hoping on lottery luck that other teams just don't get? The Utah Jazz lose every year and they get the 5th or 6th pick.
I feel lucky about it.
What if you start winning meaningless games and then you get fucked?
We won't.
Why are you so sure that Tyrese Halliburton's going to come back from this Achilles like nothing ever happened?
Because he's not like a athletic pop player. He's all mental.
But he plays at a quick pace. The Pacers play at one of the fastest paces.
Yeah, but
in the league.
he's not jumping up and down and relying on athletic ability.
I think if you're an athlete, you're relying on athletic ability.
No, he's passing. He's a passer. He's a passer and he's a
mental
mental guy.
But you
90% of it is
well, if you're running around the
court
court full speed, I think you're relying on athletic ability, playing at the highest pace. I don't think I'd be pretty.
Were you
worried.
licking your chops just like I can't wait to talk Pacers
best?
Knicks?
Yeah. I think you should.
You saw me walking in. You're like, I can't wait.
I mean, you got as close as you can to an NBA Finals to winning it. You will never get that close.
Sure.
Game 7,
I would
your
never
best
say
player
never.
tears his
We
Achilles.
did get as close as we could, and we can get back
Are you
there and win
happy
it.
you sacrificed his Achilles so the Indiana football win?
We could easily win it. I don't hate that. I don't hate that IU football won the national championship. And
So
if it took,
you would take that trade all over again.
if it took a couple of Achilles, yeah,
Would you tear your own Achilles for the Pacers?
I would
to
tear
win?
my own Achilles for minimal success with any Indiana franchise.
Frank, how do you feel about the Mets' decision to not even offer Pete Alonso a contract?
I think it's one of the worst decisions that they've made in years. I think he was potentially the face of the franchise. Could have been a Met forever. You could have put him up next to David Wright. I think he's going to end up hitting 500 home runs.
You don't think he's going to turn into Chris Davis with the Orioles? You don't think he's just going to fall off a cliff?
No.
I was weird about that contract because I think the decline's going to come pretty quickly, and I actually like what David Stearns did. I like the idea that he's turning Jorge Polanco
but they don't
into
have
first
a
base.
first baseman.
Jorge Polanco can play first base. Playing first
Jorge
base is easy.
Polanco's played 1 game at first base his entire career.
Playing first base is easy. You see Moneyball.
No, yeah, that's a joke. Mark, I have nightmares of Mark Vientos. He played first base 2 games last year and had 5 errors in the 2 games.
Well, Mark Vientos can't play first base. Jorge Polanco has the hands.
How about last year? All of the plays that P. Alonso made of digging balls out of the dirt.
What about the plays he did? What about the time he killed Kodai Senga and wrecked the season? That's Mikey Betts' fault too, and you know that. If you were blinking, are your contacts good or?
My contacts are still, I think there may have been a fib.
Well, how long have those pair been in
Is this
for?
just, is this an insult? I don't get what.
I'm asking a question.
Yeah, I'm going on like 2 months same contacts.
But you're supposed to have the same contacts in for 2 months.
I understand that, Phil. There's a lot of things people do in fucking human society that you don't do as well.
Nobody in human society leaves the same pair of contacts in for 2 months.
It's a lot of the thing that you lose out on here is like part of the team. Like you look out for each other. Like you're all gonna have shit go sideways and shit like that. Like when you had shit going sideways, we looked to help you out. You're looking to fry us.
I'm looking out for you, Bosco. You're not supposed to have the same pair of contacts in for 2 months. We've done this before, and you say, I know, and you lead them in. We're looking out for you. We don't want you to go blind. A blind Bosco does nobody any good.
I know.
If you know to take him out.
Don't even put that in the universe. You also, listen.
I feel like deep down it does bother you that you tried to profit off Jackson Dart, and now he just hates you.
I wish he still followed me. I want that on the record. But
you can have it on the record, but he doesn't follow you.
Correct.
So, but you tried to profit off his name and likeness by making a shirt.
So is that a bad thing Barstool does? Should
No,
we not
it's a good thing, but you shouldn't be sending it to the athlete themselves.
We shouldn't try to get merch into the hands of the athlete to sell more merch.
You should, but it was a very bad process by you.
What would your process have been?
Just not send it to him. Just promote the shirt like normal, and then
so
you
we wanted to. So how would you get the shirt to him?
Well, did we sell more shirts by you doing that? No, you just got unfollowed.
What?
You just got unfollowed. We didn't sell more shirts because
I know,
you sent
but
it to
it was
him.
worth a shot.
No, it wasn't. You just played the wrong hand.
Oh, you're being very results oriented. It's
yeah,
supposed to be more
results is what
process.
matter.
Oh, you should be more
At the end of the day,
process
results would matter.
oriented.
Doesn't matter what your process is if results sink.
I don't know. You're an analytics guy, right?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, people get fired over results. Doesn't matter what your process is.
It's fair.
Do you ever feel like jealous that like other people getting content and you're just not, even though you've been here for what, 15 years?
Yeah, definitely.
So
but like I've come to peace with my limitations. I think it's kind of silly to expect more out of yourself than what you're capable of. So, as long as you're content with who you are as a person and as a content creator and a employee of Barstool, like you can still live a pretty successful life. Like not everybody's gonna be Dave, not everybody's gonna be Dan, but if you fill your niche and you do a good job, that's all you can really ask of yourself.
Do you think if you were in Chicago, you would be like better in content? Like how do you think you would fit?
No, I don't think I would be any different.
Do you think like you should be in Chicago instead of here? Or?
Should be?
Yeah.
I think you can be as successful here as there if that's what you're hinting at. I'm not really sure.
I mean, I don't know. I think
so. You're looking at Chicago as the major leagues and New York as the minor leagues.
That's what some people view it as.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what some people view it as. I'm not saying that.
It sounds like that's exactly what you're saying. So you think everybody out there is lesser than the people in Chicago?
No,
it's not. I mean, that's just not nice of you, Meek.
No, there's some good. There's
Meek,
some.
that's like very.
Every major league roster, there's some filler guys on the bottom.
I'm disappointed
and
to hear that from you.
Prospects and not prospects.
Sad, Meek.
I'm just saying that's what people think, Nate. Because there's a lot of people on a team that said, if we had Pat instead of Dana, we would have gotten blown out by Kirk Minahan's team.
Who's a lot of people? Name one.
About 5 guys on the roster.
Who?
Maybe the
Name
whole
one.
roster.
Name them. I'd love to bring them into fact check.
Marty, Hubs.
So let me get this straight.
Jet
You're clearly making this up.
Rico.
So Marty, Hubs, Jet Ski, and Rico, who were all paid, were mad that Dana helped them get paid. I'm confused.
They're not mad that we got the money. They're just being honest that Dana's a better basketball player than you.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Yeah,
and totally. If you
Dana's much better than me.
And if you had played in that game instead of Dana, and we weren't allowed to have Dana, Kirk Minahan would have smoked us.
Correct, because my knee was broken.
Well,
so I couldn't have played with a broken knee. Yeah. So you're right. We agree.
If you were fully healthy,
I'm very glad we agree.
If you were fully healthy,
yes,
we would have lost to Kirk Minahan because Dana was that much of a difference.
Okay, and this is just a hypothetical that we're
hypothetical because you just were a ball hog. You stopped the offense.
Well, some would say it was probably the coaching that lacked.
Yeah,
and kind of screwed things up. And who was the coach of our team again?
Me.
Okay,
but we won without you.
Got it. Just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Do coaches take responsibility for wins and losses?
They take responsibility for the wins. They don't take responsibility for losses, but never lost. So I wouldn't have to take responsibility for that.
Well, you lost a player because you ran us too hard in practice. We were doing crazy plays.
You're the one that wanted to run too hard.
No, not at all. We were running like Hail Mary football passes in practice. What? It worked out. We won. Actually, I should be blaming you for my knee. Actually, now that I think about it, it's your fault that my knee broke because you're running us like lunatics against these pliable, 22-year-old interns. One of the kids was the greatest athlete I've ever seen in my life. I don't even remember his name.
Because of that practice,
the accounting kid.
Because of that practice, because of that coaching, we ended up winning. And you know what? I may have had to have lost due to injury. I may have had to cut Kenjack, but the players on the team showed up and you didn't. And it's as simple as that.
No, I did show up though, because I took the car and I went there, so I did show up.
Not on the court though.
Some would say that's more difficult for me to show up than for me to play with my injury.
You're just too nice of a guy to get mad. What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? Tom Brady's a system quarterback. How do you think I feel about
Tom Brady? Honestly, God, I might be coming around. The
Patriots have played absolutely fucking nobody. How do you feel about that? I'm going to say they're scheduled shit.
I'm coming around on Tom Brady as a system quarterback because Josh McDaniels admits it's the same system with Drake May. So if Drake May does the same thing as Tom Brady, I will admit Tom Brady was a system quarterback.
So Tom Brady's Drake May's now your guy. Tom Brady's dead to you.
Tom Brady's still alive to me, but Drake May is currently my guy. Yeah, Tom Brady's I guess he would be my ex-wife. We got a relationship together. We got a lot of history together.
You're ditching your ex-wife like that for the hot young girl?
Well, she ditched me, right?
Well, no, she got old and
She left.
Yeah. So how do you feel when people are like, oh, the Pats have played nobody this year? No, they had an easy ride to the Super Bowl.
You can only play what's put in front of you.
Well, do you think they should have requested a tougher schedule?
Yeah, I guess that would have made people happier.
So you think if they win, what if they lose the Super Bowl to like the Rams or Seahawks? People are like, oh, they finally played their first real test all season. How are you gonna feel about that?
I think I'd be more bummed about losing the Super Bowl than the chirps themselves.
Do you think it's better if they just lose in the AFC Championship game and lose in the Super Bowl?
No, and I don't think they're gonna lose in the AFC Championship.
You'd rather just have the 0-1 Super Bowl record on your resume?
Yeah, something to battle back, overcome.
I mean, Joe Burrows did that, and he's never been back. And you're just known as the guy that got there, never won.
So you think if we lose the AFC Championship, I think that gives us a better chance?
You're better off losing the AFC Championship than losing the Super Bowl. I think that's a very good take to have.
Do you?
Yeah. You'd rather be 0-0 and 0-1. People rip on LeBron for losing 6 finals.
You don't think being at having done the Super Bowl experience would give you some insights the next time you're there?
No. I think if you're not winning, you're losing.
Well, yeah, you would definitively lose, but you might learn something that will help you the next time you make it.
How do you learn by losing?
I don't know. It depends on how you lose. Every situation is different, but you do learn.
I mean, you show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser.
I didn't say you're a good loser. I said you learn from losing.
But if you're learning from losing, it makes you a good loser.
No, it makes you an educated loser.
Nate Oates, when did you start sucking his dick?
Was it
the boat trip?
That never happened. It's when I started supporting a program. So debate and the supporting a program. Yeah, it was 2021. You get in on a guy on the ground floor. Like imagine being like Krzyzewski, Dean Smith, Bill Self. These are going to be the best coaches in the planet. Like I got in on this guy on the ground floor. Obviously knew what he was at Buffalo, but at Alabama, he's going to take this program to the next level. And I was the guy to predict that.
But what if he's just...
You're a big, dig up the old tweets guy.
But what if he just doesn't take him to the next level? What if he's just a guy that just gets there and never does anything?
He's already there. He's got him in the Final Four for the first time in his life.
You don't get to remember Final Fours. You remember for winning.
You know what?
You don't get to remember Final Fours. You got to remember for winning. People won't remember champions.
Final Four is harder than you think. It's way harder than any other sport.
It's hard to win a championship. That's what people can remember it for.
And none of your teams have won a championship, ever.
It's participation
since you've been alive.
Participation trophy culture.
All right.
And if you're just happy to just get there, you're not happy at all. It's what it is. Everyone gets a piece. Everyone gets cake.
All right.
So your college basketball.
You needed more cake in your life. I feel like you didn't go to a lot of birthday parties.
I went to plenty of birthday parties.
You needed more cake. I had a lot of
friends. I have a lot of friends.
You needed more cake.
Is your college basketball loyalty the only one that's up for sale? Like if Craig Counsell takes you on a boat, you're gonna become a Cubs fan saying "Go Cubs, go."
It's harder with pro sports. Yeah, it's definitely harder with pro sports.
But if let's say there's a 35-year-old manager that's you're oh, he's gonna run the Cubs for the next 20 years, and he takes you on a boat, you're just gonna ditch your Mets fandom and be like, all right, Cubs, go Cubs.
I'll never ditch the Mets. I'll root for some players, but I'll never ditch the Mets.
I don't know if that's true. You're borderline like Rico when it comes to football now.
No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
No. Why? He's not friends with. He has to pay to go see Nate Oates.
So when you go out, Daniel Jones, he pays the bill.
He did pay the bill last time.
Nice guy.
Because he made
he's
a lot of money.
He's the one that robbed the Giants organization, so it makes sense.
Yeah, good for him, right?
Yeah.
I think I won.
I think it's even.
All right.
What do you think about the Dodgers? What they're doing to baseball?
I think the Dodgers are going to win.
Next 6 World Series?
I think they're going to win this year. I think when the World Series resumes in 2029, they'll be exempt from the salary cap. And I think the Dodgers will win in total. Next 20 years, the Dodgers are going to win 19 of 20 World Series. And Joe Davis is going to be right there in your face for every one of them.
Would you do a walk to Joe Davis and say he's a Homer Dodgers fan on every call on national broadcast?
Yes, I would. I think he is the most unprofessional national announcer there's ever existed.
Does it make you miss Joe Buck?
And I hated Joe Buck, but boy, I long for Joe Buck.
Well, you don't like Viva County. You tried to replace me and Neely Boy with your people, your crew.
I would only replace Neil.
You were trying to union bust in a way.
Yeah, listen. If we fill the place, it's only good for everybody.
Yeah, you would rather just pay people less. Like how you can get paid less and get replaced too. We all could. That's not a good thing to say about coworkers.
Dave has said I'm a one in a quadrillion guy, so I think I'm pretty hard to replace.
Big Cat brought up Indian Bosco.
Yes, that'd be a hell of a fucking take.
All right, done.
It's just you can't win with it. It's just impervious to anything. And then you know the card. He gets you to the physical violence part, and I can't do physical violence.
I think I won.
Well, I mean, this would have been the one place you could have done physical violence, I think.
We should have a heavy bag in the bathroom.
Yeah.
An extra stall, like just. Yeah, but good, Ron. You got a hell of a guy here.
Yeah. He was on you.
He just doesn't stop.
No, he was on you.
That's the hardest part. Is he's impervious to anything. You can't crack the fucking